Welcome to the Hunter Report. If you've been following me, I've been trying to get to the root of Sony adapters. How do you get other lenses onto a Sony camera? I'm going to help you suit up and get this show on the road as fast as possible. So I have two adapters here. I've got the Sony LAEA2 adapter, which is designed for APS-C size sensors. They also make one for full frame sensors, which is called the LAEA4 adapter. You might want to check out the part 1 video where I go a little bit more into detail about all the differences between the LAEA1 through 4. But this is about the Sony LAEA2 versus the COM-like Canon. So I have the exact same lens here. I have a Canon 28-75 f2.8 lens. This is a delicious lens, especially for the sweet, sweet price point of only $500. So you're getting an f2.8 lens for $500. In this class of lens, we have a few other contenders that are a much higher scale. We've got a Sony Zeiss in this class, f2.8, which is about $2,000. Canon and Nikon also make one in the $2,000 range, and then there's some in the mid-range direct from Sony in about $900. But I've got these great inexpensive 2.8s. They're great for event photography, for live events, for nighttime parties. I love doing lots of nighttime photo shoots, get that burlesque dancing, get that stand-up comedy, get that music going, and you're going to be happy. Everyone's going to be happy. Anyway, let's get back to our lenses. So I've got the Canon, the same lens. This is the 28-75 2.8 from Tamron with a Canon EF to NEX adapter. This is the exact same lens right here, except it is with a Sony A-mount to E-mount adapter. This is the final video. You are going to understand exactly what you need to know. You're going to understand exactly which of these two adapters is better, and it's going to inform you big time. Did I say that right? Big American time, or globally if you're, awesome photo people all around the planet. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. Please give me thumbs up. Keep the party going, and let's do some photographic science. So we're shooting here with the Sony LAEA2 adapter, Tamron 28-75 f2.8. Look at our focus mode options. So we have single shot autofocus and continuous autofocus. So this means that we have the entire full range of autofocus options. Now, I haven't even pressed the autofocus button. Let's go ahead and do that. Look how fast and crisp that was. We're on continuous autofocus, and if you notice that there are these different fields here, this is called the phase detection autofocus, which is for continuous autofocus. And the main difference between continuous autofocus and single shot autofocus is continuous is better for fast moving objects like people talking on stage, musicians, sports photography, and AF.S is good for still life, but I just shoot in continuous autofocus 90% of the time. Sometimes I will go into manual focus. That's the capability that LAEA adapter gives you. Now let's go take a look at the other. So check it out. We have the Sony adapter right there with the Tamron lens. This is the same Tamron lens, except it's for Canon. And we're using the COM-like autofocus adapter for EF, which is Canon, to Sony NEX. So let's go ahead and do this change out here. We've got the COM-like Canon EF to NEX adapter. We have a Tamron 28-75 f2.8 that's made for Canon. Do some tests here. Let's just focus on the ground. Okay, so that's nice and out of focus. And now let's just get that into focus. Now, do you see how that just took about 4 seconds for that green square to pop up? Okay, that is abnormally slow. Okay, let's do that again. Focus close, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So it took about 4 seconds. So if you're shooting events, if you're shooting people, conversations, that 4-second focus time is just not enough. You can also go into manual focus mode here, but you saw just how much more powerful the other adapter was. It was super fast. You get continuous autofocus. So to me, it's really a no-brainer. If you have a little bit of extra money, you're going to want to use that the Sony lenses because the autofocus is just so much faster. Hello, photorinos, neutrinos, Sony people, and bambinos. Today we're going to talk about adapters in the world of Sony. Now, in contemporary Sony cameras, we have two main adapters, the A-mount and the E-mount. The way things are going, there's a lot more A-mount lenses than there are E-mount lenses. However, it seems that Sony is changing and putting a lot more emphasis onto the E-mount. The greatest example is the A7S, which has an E-mount. Now, they are still making A-mount lenses, but it seems not as fast as the E-mount. I have right here an LAEA A-mount to E-mount adapter. Having the right A-mount to E-mount adapter can expand your lens choices by almost 3 to 4 times. You're going to get access to Sigma, and this is a Sigma right here. You're going to get access to Tamron. You're also going to get access to the entire back catalog of A-mount